Police are sharing gruesome new details in the deaths of two University of South Florida students.
We do want to warn you, some of this information may be difficult to hear.
Sheriff Chad Chronister spelled out in gory details today how Hisham Abu Gharbi stabbed the two students multiple times, likely in his apartment, but also how he disposed of their bodies in trash bags, planned it using ChatGPT, and bought items like duct tape, heavy-duty trash bags, and lighter fluid that, looking back, were suspicious.
These searches were conducted days before our two victims went missing. This was calculated.
But deputies aren't sure why. What would have possessed Zamil's roommate to do this?
That's part of what we're still trying to determine. At this point, we don't know what the motive is. The why, we don't know yet. To have to make contact with the families and tell them that their loved ones are missing, to call them back later again and tell them that we found them, but they're deceased, this contradicts everything what Florida and the United States stands for.
Two PhD students, same campus, same circle of friends, gone on the same day. One was pulled from the water. The other, nobody knew where she was for weeks. Then investigators got inside an apartment. They found blood on the kitchen floor, blood down the hallway. The outline of a human body curled in a fetal position next to a bed, visible only under forensic light, and a phone that someone had wiped completely clean. But wiped doesn't mean gone. And what investigators found buried inside that phone changed this case forever. This is the story of Nahida Bristy and Zamil Limon, two doctoral students at the University of South Florida. Two lives built on sacrifice and ambition. And one investigation that prosecutors say was planned days before anyone was even reported missing. If you're new here, this channel covers the cases beyond the headlines, the forensics, the evidence, the details that matter. Subscribe and hit the bell. Now, let's get into it. Nahida Bristy came to the United States from Bangladesh with one goal: a PhD in chemical engineering at the University of South Florida in Tampa. She had done everything right: the academics, the applications, the acceptance, the move across the world. Her family back home watched with pride as she built something real, thousands of miles away. Zamil Limon was on the same path, also from Bangladesh, also a doctoral student at USF. The two moved in the same academic circle, the close-knit community of international graduate students that forms on every large university campus. Same friends, same world, same ambitions. Neither of them made it home. It started as a missing persons case. Zamil Limon was reported missing first. Investigators went to his apartment. His roommate, cleared almost immediately, was cooperative from the start, and right away he flagged something that didn't add up. Two things were missing from the apartment: the doormat by the front door, and several pots and pans from the kitchen. Those two details told investigators everything they needed to know. This was not a missing person situation. Something had happened inside that apartment, and someone had tried to clean it up. Their first stop was the dumpster outside the complex. The trash compactor hadn't been emptied in days. Detectives climbed in and went through every bag. What they found confirmed their worst fears: Zamil Limon's glasses, his student ID, his wallet, and his clothes, heavily stained with blood. Investigators moved fast. They obtained search warrants for the apartment, for both roommates' phones, for their vehicles, and for their persons. Inside the apartment, they deployed Blue Star, a forensic technology that detects the presence of blood invisible to the naked eye. What it revealed was a scene that had been scrubbed but not erased. In the kitchen, a large pool of blood. The blood continued down the hallway, into the suspect's bedroom. And there, next to the bed, The Blue Star technology revealed the outline of a human body on the floor, curled in a fetal position. The kind of detail that doesn't come from guessing. It comes from what was left behind after the cleaning stopped. Then, investigators turned to the phone. The entire history had been wiped. No text messages, no emails, no GPS data. The search history completely cleared. But forensic technology goes deeper than a factory reset. A full forensic extraction pulled back what the deletion tried to hide. And what they found was this. Days before Zamil Limon or Nahida Bristy were ever reported missing, the suspect had been searching. Can a knife penetrate a skull? Can a neighbor hear a gunshot? Can you bury a body in a trash bag and throw it in a dumpster? And while those searches were running, purchases were being made. Large, heavy-duty black contractor bags, Lysol wipes, duct tape, lighter fluid, a lighter. Some items ordered from Amazon, others from DoorDash. Days before the victims disappeared. Not hours, days. Investigators stated it plainly. This was not a crime of impulse. This was calculated, premeditated, planned from the beginning. We are halfway through this case, and it is about to get heavier. If this is the kind of breakdown you've been looking for, subscribe right now and share this video. The more people who see it, the more pressure stays on this case. Now let's keep going. While investigators were processing the apartment, a second name entered the investigation, Nahida Bristy. She had last been seen on campus, and now she was missing too. Two doctoral students, same day, same circle. The search expanded immediately. Waterways, surrounding areas, every lead followed as fast as investigators could move. For weeks, her family waited. Her friends waited. The USF community waited. Search teams covered ground. The days kept passing. And the question that sat at the center of everything, where is Nahida Bristy, had no answer. Then it did. In a press conference that changed the direction of this entire case, officials confirmed what many had feared. Remains recovered near the Howard Frankland Bridge in Tampa had been positively identified as Nahida Bristy, the same stretch of water where Zamil Limon's body had been found, the same area, the same investigation. Now, two confirmed victims. Forensic analysis of the suspect's vehicle added more weight. In the trunk, trace amounts of blood. On the passenger side floorboard, a significant amount, later confirmed to belong to Nahida Bristy. Before Nahida Bristy's remains were identified, there was still uncertainty at the edges of this case. A missing person leaves room for alternative explanations. Prosecutors work harder with doubt still in the air. That changed the moment her identity was confirmed. Now prosecutors have two confirmed victims tied to the same location. The same suspect, the same forensic evidence. The blood in the apartment, the blood in the vehicle, the body outline on the bedroom floor, the deleted phone, the searches made days in advance, the supplies purchased before anyone was reported missing. Individually, each piece raises questions. Together, investigators say they form a pattern that is very difficult to explain away. A grand jury is expected to review the charges. The defense will challenge every detail. That is how the system works. But the legal landscape shifted significantly the moment Nahida Bristy's identity was confirmed. Because now, this is no longer a theory built on one victim and one crime scene. It is a case with two victims, a connected timeline, forensic evidence across multiple locations, and a phone full of searches that existed before any of it happened. Nahida Bristy left Bangladesh to build a future. She earned her place at a doctoral program thousands of miles from home. She had plans, a career ahead of her, a family watching from the other side of the world. Zamil Limon was doing the same thing. Same country, same university, same dream. Both of them are gone. The trial is coming. More answers will follow, and this channel will be tracking every development as it happens. If you have any information related to this case, contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office or the University of South Florida Police Department. And if this breakdown gave you something the headlines didn't, subscribe, hit the bell, share this video. These cases deserve more than a headline. They deserve the full story.